What is going on, everybody? Lamont at large. Today, once again, we're back in Wapakoneta, Ohio. I haven't been here since July. Temperature was really nice back then. It was about 75 degrees in the evening. Today, 43 degrees. A little bit chilly. I'm not wearing gloves. I wish I had some on right now. Anyways, the last time I was here, I was taking video of this town because I interviewed a man named Zachariah Huddleston, also known as Blonde Donze, also known as Wapakoneta's Most Wanted. So today we're going to talk about that video that I just played for you. Apparently, Blonde Donze has an OnlyFans, and we're going to talk about that OnlyFans, and we're going to talk about his strokes from the pen, as he calls his video on OnlyFans. But also, we're going to talk about what landed Zachariah in prison. Currently, he is in a prison somewhere in Ohio. He's doing about 21 years to life. He is going to be up for parole in 2037. Whether he gets approved or denied, it's really going to be up to him and his conduct in said prison. But we're going to talk about his OnlyFans, and we're going to talk about the crime that led him to be incarcerated, doing life in prison. He was a very young person when he got arrested. He was only 23 years of age, and according to my math, he's been incarcerated for well over 7 years now. Without further ado, let's talk about Blonde Donze, his OnlyFans, and the murder that got him arrested and sent to prison. As we traverse the deadly streets of Wapakoneta, Ohio, I'm going to talk briefly about my interactions with this one young man right here, Zachariah Huddleston, aka Blonde Donze, and we're going to talk about his OnlyFans and his strokes from the pen, as he calls it. So my interactions with Zachariah are pretty much as follows. We spoke on the phone about 5 different times within the, 2 or 3 month period. And I found him because he has a TikTok, and he has 30,000 followers on this TikTok. And basically his TikTok is he's showing himself, not flexing his muscles, but he's just showing his tattoos off, showing himself off. And listen, this guy, I wanted to reach out to him because he has a very unique look to him, to say the least. He's a white man that has dreadlocks, and he has tattoos on his face. If you listen to the interview with him, you would kind of know how his life kind of started. If you haven't listened to the interview, I would if I were you. So I'll pin it in the comments with also information on how to contact Zachariah if you want to write him a letter, if you want to send him a couple bucks for food, whatever it is that you want to do. I know he did a bad thing, but that's up to you whether you want to interact with him or not. And because he looked so interesting, I felt that it was, and I wanted to just interview him about his life, like what led him to a life of crime. Of course, Zachariah is like many people in the prison system. Your upbringing is basically dependent on your parents. Your parents are the gardener of a child. A child is the flower, right? If you have a good gardener, then your flowers are going to bloom. If your gardening sucks, then you're going to have ugly flowers, and then these flowers are going to grow up and commit crimes. Not the best analogy, but you kind of see what I'm saying. So before we go to the crime scene of which Zachariah was arrested for a murder and sentenced overall to 21 years to life in an Ohio State penitentiary, we're quickly going to talk about this OnlyFans that he has. In case you guys don't know what OnlyFans is, you probably have heard it somewhere, either on the news or on social media or what have you. OnlyFans is a website similar to Twitch, where you go live or you post videos, kind of like YouTube or Twitch, where instead of the creator of the content that you're watching makes how they make money from ads on YouTube, over there they make money, I believe, solely off of either you super chatting them or their version of super chatting, or you pay a subscription, a monthly subscription, and then in that subscription you have access to whatever videos that they upload on their channel or their platform. So now when I'm seeing this TikTok for Zachariah and he's promoting his OnlyFans, strokes from the pen or strokes from prison. Now, I am not going to watch. I don't want to know what this guy is doing. Now, OnlyFans isn't only about sex. You could do whatever you want on there. I'm sure they have their terms of service where you can't do like disgusting things or what have you, but you can basically do anything you want up to a point. So I had to get my crack at-large reporter, Scarlett, to subscribe to this OnlyFans because I didn't know what this guy was doing. I kind of didn't want to know, but I had to know for this video. So I forced Scarlett to go on the OnlyFans and to pay the $11 to report back to me what in God's name this man was doing on this platform. And well, she watched 2 videos and looked at 1 picture, and she reported back to me what these 2 videos and picture contained. And now I'm here to report to you guys what she found. Without being too vulgar or crude, because we all know on this channel I am neither nor, let's just say that Zachariah is giving the folks out there what they want to see, right? When he said strokes from the pen, that's exactly what he's doing. And it was reported to me that Scarlett said that Zachariah was, how could I say this? That he was blessed. I don't know why this is going on this channel. Boy, this is a tough one. I guess he's blessed. And so, you know, listen, I don't know what else he's doing, because from what I've spoke to him about, you really can't do longer than 30-second videos from prison. So I don't know if he has somebody out there take the videos and they string them together. I'm not really sure. But from what I've been told, yes, he's I can believe that when he was out in the free world, he was pretty popular with the ladies there. And listen, I know that I do have a small but devout contingent of gay subscribers. And so, listen, guys, girls and guys, I don't believe Zachariah bats for both teams. I think he only bats for one team. But, you know, $20 is $20, right? And if you want to partake in this, it'll be very easy to find his link. No pun intended. Anyways, getting on to the more serious topic of this video, we're going to drive about 40 miles in the wrong direction, because as the recording of this video, I am making my way south and west because it is going to be very, very cold, and I definitely do not want to go east. But we're going to drive east, and we're going to visit the crime scene of the murder that took place, and I'm going to tell you the details of the murder and what ended up happening to the man who lost his life. Now we're gonna go back in time to November 24th of 2016. So we have 5 individuals that are involved in this crime. We have 22-year-old Zachariah Huddleston, the star of this video, 21-year-old Marquavos Watkins, 17-year-old Jasmine Lewis, 17-year-old Tatiana Freeman, and 19-year-old Alexis Walton. So Alexis and Marquavos, their boyfriend and girlfriend, and Jasmine and Zachariah, their boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, the last time I spoke to Zach, which was well over a year ago, I'm not quite sure I remember why this guy was targeted. Whether either Tatiana and Jasmine had messed around with him before, but the premise of this crime was that Jasmine and Tatiana, they were going to go to the victim's house, in this matter, 45-year-old Jeffrey Brentlinger. They were going to go to his house and they were going to make it like they were going to have a three-way. And during this three-way, before the three-way were to commence, Zach and Marquavos would come in, guns a-blazing, get on the ground, give me all your stuff, and they were going to take whatever he had and flee into the night. Now, I'm not sure if they felt that he had some kind of money in a safe. That part I don't remember, but what I do remember is that they were going to do this. So Alexis, she's the one with the car. Nobody else has a vehicle. They all go down to where the area where his house is. Now, before that, they need some duct tape and ski mask because they don't want to be recognized, but nobody has any money. So they go to Walmart and they shoplift the duct tape and the ski mask. So they jump in the car and they make their way for the 12, 13 mile ride to Jeffrey's house, which is, in the middle of the country. There's really not much of anything around in that area. So the two girls, Jasmine and Tatiana, they knock on the door. He invites them in. Now, little did anybody know at this time was that Jeffrey had some hidden camera in his bedroom because he wants to record the action so he could look at it later on and be like, yeah, look what I did, guys. So they go into his bedroom and they're making it like they're about to get, freaky or whatever. And Zachariah and Marquavos, they come in to the house with both their guns. They storm into the bedroom and they yell, get your freaking hands up. Where's the money? Where's the money? And Jeffrey's like, what the hell? I didn't sign up for this. His hands are up and they got both guns pointed at them. Now, depending on who you want to believe, according to Zachariah, he didn't shoot Jeffrey. Now, according to court paperwork, the person that actually killed Jeffrey Brentlinger was Marquavos Watkins. But in another article, and I'm not sure how true it is, that Zachariah shot Jeffrey in the thigh. Depends on who you want to believe, but the court does know that the murderer, the one that actually pulled the trigger, was Marquavos. So one shot is fired, and we do know that Zachariah did fire a shot, whether it was in the ceiling or in the thigh of Jeffrey, and then the kill shot was committed by Marquavos. Well, they shot him because he put up a fight. He started fighting back, and if someone's gonna fight back, you gotta be ready to do it. So they shoot him. They all run out of the house. They take whatever nonsense. I think they grab like a couple of stupid things like a DVD player. They just ransacked the house. They took whatever they could and they left. And the next day, Jeffrey's daughter found her father dead in his home. That would be the home right where the murder occurred. Very, very rural, very desolate area. So eventually later on, all suspects are apprehended and charged aggravated robbery, aggravated burglary, and of course, good old-fashioned murder. Now, Zachariah, his whole thing about this case is that he said, I didn't kill Jeffrey Brentlinger. This wasn't technically my fault. I mean, yeah, I did the crime, the robbery part, but I was drunk as hell. I was drunk for like 2 days straight. So I barely remember what happened. But of course, little did Zachariah at the time know is that the law of parties state that, well, when you commit a crime and somebody dies in the result of said crime, you're charged with the murder just as the same as if you pulled the trigger. Now, you have the two 17-year-olds who set him up, right? You have Jasmine Lewis and Tatiana Freeman. You have Alexis Walton, who was just a getaway driver. She was just in the car. So eventually, Zachariah Huddleston, he took it all the way to trial, as did Marquavos Watkins. And Marquavos was sentenced 18 years to life in prison. Zachariah was sentenced to 22 years to life in prison. Now, the court knows that Marquavos was the one that actually killed him. So I don't know why he got less time than Zachariah. It could possibly be because of Zach's priors. I mean, he had just got out of jail that previous summer. So they both go to prison. Alexis Watkins, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison. And Tatiana Freeman, she got a 10-year prison sentence. And Jasmine Lewis, she got 15 to life. So she was actually charged with culpability in the murder. Tatiana wasn't. She was just charged in the culpability of the burglary and the robbery. And Alexis, even though she was also charged with the murder, she was, I think she was found guilty of just culpability in the burglary, which is why she got a reduced sentence versus the other four. And that pretty much wraps up this story. So if you want to hit up Zachariah, he is on social media. He has a TikTok. You can follow him there if you so desire. As the recording of this video, I'm not sure if this guy's OnlyFans is still up. No pun intended. So you're gonna have to go ahead and look that up for yourself if you want. And I just want to say this: no, I did not look at this OnlyFans. I had my secretary do it. But that's the story. And I think that if Zachariah would have took responsibility for the crime, he probably would have saved himself a couple years off of his prison sentence. But because he kept saying over and over that he didn't kill anybody and he was not willing to take responsibility for that crime, I think that might possibly had favored him getting a longer prison sentence. Anyways, guys, all right, I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.